events like the Knoxville Con and Dragon Con and some. It just is really exciting to get to meet other people who are interested in, the monster makeup side like I do. It's nice to have a community. I think that's been surprising. I didn't realize there were so many people who were interested in it. I thought I was just a bit weirdo, but there's a great community out there. So whenever I teach to the high schools, I tell them, I say, don't feel like what you're interested in makes you weird. There's probably other people who are just as interested as you are. And it's nice when you get to meet them. Am I hurting you?
Nope.
Okay. So I'm going to blow some air in that. The werewolf is actually my favorite monster. So I'm super excited to do this today.
That's awesome. I've always been a big werewolf fan. I have to say my favorite is a vampire, just because I think the first scary movie my parents ever let me rent was the original old Bela Lugosi Dracula.
Wow.
So that's what I started on and everything. So, I've always secretly wanted to be a vampire my
Really?
whole life. Oh yeah.
He was a little scary to me, I gotta be honest. You had that hard Count Chocula eyebrow. It scared me a little bit.
I enjoy all the old, the original Wolfman
Yeah.
and Frankenstein.
1950s black and white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, honestly, as time has went on, I think they've gotten worse with werewolves
Yeah, I think
and everything. It's hard to see. They try to mix too much CG in with them and everything like that, and I just miss the prosthetics and everything like that.
Yeah, CG hurts my heart. This is a craft, what we do, special effects makeup artists. There is, like shoemakers and people that take so much great pride in what they do. CG, although it's a very fun image to watch, it's just not the same. And even the actors, I've heard a lot of them say that, it's fun to be in character and dressed up and, play dress up. That's why they became actors. So they could, have fun with their characters. So CG changed that. I can't remember the movie with Angelina Jolie where it was all blue screen. I just remember reading in the makeup community how frustrating and hard it is as an actor to, to be in character whenever you're looking at a green screen. So I think there's pros and cons. I think it's interesting because we get to see images that, we're maybe not able to make yet. But on the flip side, it's a craft. It's definitely a culture that I identify with. So CG is I always think it could have been better. I always think if some artists would have made the monster, it would have turned out even better and even more scary.
Well, a lot of times when you think of especially werewolf, the transformation is the big thing.
Yeah,
you still think of the Howling. That's one of the, when you first see the transformation in the Howling, that's pretty epic. And then even in American Werewolf in London and everything, that was always the money shot of a werewolf movie was the transformation scenes. And it's it seems kind of, I guess with CG, it seems kind of rushed because if you look at CG too long, it looks cartoonish, but if you kind of speed through it, so transformations now seem, really quickly done. You don't have where it shows the hair coming through the skin a lot of times and everything like that, and it's
Absolutely. Eyes open? So the transformation absolutely is the most exciting part of the movie, is whenever, the humanity is starting to leave and the demon or the monster comes over and takes over Stan Winston, who is my icon. I just admire him so much. Pumpkinhead, that monster was so, it just gave me nightmares. And that was the best part of the movie, was this, you got to see how the monster was created.
That was an amazing movie.
Are you comfortable?
Yep.
Okay. Nice clothes. So, to make it comfortable and make it realistic, I tried to mold this to your face. I'm going to use witch hazel in a few seconds, which is going to keep the edges down. But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
A lot of the stuff we buy is from medical supply companies. Even my Q-tips come from medical supply companies. Is this nostril? You ever breathe in?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, even my cups come from medical supply companies. My Q-tips come from medical supply companies. My swabs. Yeah. So all the stuff we get is from we're crazy surgeon doctors, I guess.